you won't do anything in life. The most that you ever do is work at a fast food restaurant. If you stay on this path in life, all you ever do is either get a girl pregnant or go to jail. These are some of the things that I would hear growing up. And the people that I would be hearing these things from weren't some of the people that you would ever think you'll hear these things from. People like faculty, coaches, staff, teachers. The people who are supposed to put you on a path of life where you'll be able to do whatever you want and take those next stages and keep progressing in life. But a lot of the times for me and even other people in my life growing up, they were also okay with derailing us in life. A lot of the times, you didn't feel resilient because of it. And you'll just be sitting there and just like, wow. A lot of the times, I feel like I don't have anyone behind my back pushing me, helping to wind me up so I could keep moving forward. Luckily for me, I was able to have some supports in my life who were able to help me keep progressing in life. People like my mom, my brother, friends. Luckily for them, they were able to help me be able to go on the path in life that I wanted to be and being able to be resilient through all obstacles and just keep moving forward past any problems that I would have in life. And thanks to them, I was able to make it to these next stages in life that I wanted to be in. Like going to college at CSU University, where I'm able to be a senior in human development and family studies. And honestly, because of them, I'm able to be here today for these opportunities. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to those people. And being in human development and family studies for me, I hope to one day become a therapist where I'm able to go back to these same communities that a lot of the times you didn't feel like you didn't have anyone behind your back. And being able to sit down and just talk to these same people and even just being an ear for them to talk about their problems, vent about the issues that they're facing, or even just hopefully giving them a little bit of advice where they feel that courage to keep moving forward and keep just taking those steps forward. But being a therapist for me, that's a long-term thing. I'm only a senior, so I still got years before I could be able to make that dream happen. But I still want to make an impact right now in a lot of people's lives, in those same communities that didn't have those opportunities that I was able to have. And that ideal and mindset was able to help me create my clothing line, Botman. But for me to talk about my clothing line, I have to take you back to my freshman year in my college dorm, where I was sitting down just thinking about these same problems that I was facing as a kid, where I would feel like, if I wasn't having my supports in my life, I don't know how I was able to just keep moving forward, just keep being able to be resilient through these obstacles I was facing. And even though I was able to have my supports, there's other people who still had these problems, and just thinking about how were they able to keep moving forward as well. And honestly, it really just hit me, this idea that, sometimes you just felt like you're on autopilot some days. You just wake up, just block out those negative people saying you can't do this, you can't do that, and keep going every single day. And, after a while, kind of just start feeling like a robot after a while. You just do the same things over and over again, just one step at a time, just keep moving forward. Even if people are trying to push you down, push you in different paths, you just keep moving forward. And that's when this ideal of Botman really hit me. Just always moving forward, but still being yourself, still doing what you have to do on a regular basis, and no matter these obstacles that you face, you're still you. And thanks to this ideal of Botman came to life. Move forward like a robot, but still be yourself. But it was still just an ideal. I didn't know what to do other than just have, a cool ideal in my mind. So I talked it over to these same supports who helped me to get to where I am. And I talked to my brother and my mom about this. And they said that, it's a really great idea, I really like it, but you should do even more with it. And so I just kept on sitting on the ideal, just drawing, because that's one thing that I really like to do is just sit and draw. And this same ideal kept coming to me every day. And one day, my brother, he just pitched this ideal. You have this really great ideal, but why don't you just make it come to life? Why don't you put it on something? And so he told me, just put it on a shirt. Maybe that'll work, something where you could actually visually see it. And thanks to those conversations I was having with him that day, I was able to just keep pushing with the same ideal. And I ended up just putting on a shirt, showing around campus, and people actually liked this ideal. They really, felt like this was a great ideal, great design, and I just kept going with it. And luckily for those days, my freshman year, I was able to keep this clothing line going, where I'm now able to work in places like the CSU bookstore and having my clothes in their store, and working in places in my hometown where I'm able to have clothes in local stores there as well. But even then, I still felt like this ideal was really just personal. It was only just me being the only one who was really getting anything out of it. And so I sat down and talked to these same people about what can I do to really make my ideal of helping out communities really come to life. And they said just talk to people around campus. And luckily, there's a great program on the CSU campus called Campus Connections, where I was able to work with them on a clothing drive that they do annually for helping youth that they work with, just being able to have that push, that's knowing just someone's behind their back, just saying, it's a hard, days are hard for you, but don't worry, someone's behind you and someone has your back. And because of that, I was able to even create my own clothing drive where now I'm able to help these same communities where I really just wanted to help start that change. And honestly, it's been a great feeling being able to say, I know it's really hard. Every day is not going to be the greatest, but just knowing someone's behind your back, even if they can't donate money right now, being able to support them, just saying, here's clothes that will be able to help you for that next day so you can keep being resilient. Being able to say, I know it feels like you don't have support, but don't worry, there's people who are behind you and pushing you to that next stage in life. And honestly, that's been the best feeling about this clothing line, being able to work with youth and people who just want to be able to keep moving forward and helping them so they could feel like they could be resilient as well. But honestly, when it comes to this clothing line, the main goal of it is just so everyone can feel like they can all work together so they could keep moving forward. But that's honestly the goal that everyone should have, is just feeling like you have supports. So no matter the obstacles, you can keep moving forward and being resilient as well. But if there's anything that you can really take away from this talk today and about this clothing line Botman, I just want you to know this. Some days, they're going to be harder than others. Some days you're going to feel like you can't get up and you can't keep moving forward. But just keep pushing yourself. Keep trying to be resilient through these obstacles that you're facing. Because just like that same ideal of this robot, take it just one step at a time so you can be resilient and keep moving forward. Thank you.